Hello everyone, this is KMac and this is the preview for 710 car boosting. Just a little car boosting script that I made because most of the ones here, weren't that good yet. So, to start it, you open up your boosting laptop. This is a server-sided list, so once somebody takes a car from here, so once we pick that one, it'll be marked on our map. We're currently right beside it. There's only one spot just for testing, so I can do this, but you can add as many boost locations as you want. And then it'll spawn it there, and now if we go back and look at the laptop, there's now 4 instead of the 5 that was there before. So it's a server-sided one. There's no bidding on them because that just makes the rich people get all the S pluses. This way you can pick how often this list refreshes, so you can set it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you prefer, right? So then it's a little bit better. So for this, there's a few things that are going to be a little bit different just because I've set this up to be able to do it as one player. So you're going to have to hack in the passenger seat, not the driver's seat, like you're going to see here. And then when all these pets spawn, they're just going to be kind of attacking me, but that's because you should be doing this with at least another person, so that other person should be the one killing the pets. So that's why I got God mode on right now. So you come up to the door here of the vehicle and you use your handy dandy security hacking device. And then when you use it, it'll pop up with the interface that most people are used to. I did make an edit on this to make sure you download my version from my GitHub. It's just a fork of the original one that was on here. So now we're gonna try and do this. I do suck at hacking, so we may fail this one. Maybe see. Oh, there it is. Oh, got it with 3 seconds left. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna have people with you, so they'll be the ones killing the peds. So it will be a lot different. You won't have to deal with this while you're opening up the door. It should have been 4. So this was an S+, and that's what I have in the config. Oh, they already died. Perfect. So now that we have the door open, we're gonna get inside. You can use your own lockpicking if you want. If not, I have an aux-lib skill check built in. So I use the lockpick for that. And then we pass the skill test to get the vehicle started. Now it's drivable. And then as soon as you start driving, there's gonna be hacks that that your passenger's gonna have to start. Like right away you can start, and then there's a cooldown between. But while I notice this on the map, so this is what shows up for the police, and it'll keep on doing them. You'll get about 5 of these blips, and then they'll start erasing themselves, so you don't have to worry about too many blips. And they all group together and say the name of the type of car that they're looking for as well. So it gives your police a nice way to track it, right? So now that we're driving, like I said, this will be passenger seat, but for now it's driver's seat just for testing and being able to showcase this solo. So RISA, we have to look for that. I found it. Okay, sweet. So we completed it. We have 1 hack remaining. Now for this one, if you want to go drop off, you'll just go to a drop off location whenever you're done with the hacks. You just drop it off, you walk away, and it'll pay the person that started the job. So it's up to them if they want to, split it with the people that they did the job with and so on. So what I'm going to do is, instead of showing you the drop off part, because I know a lot of people, it's very simple. You drive up there and you press E, right? So I'm going to show the VIN scratching part, since a lot of people will definitely find this part, one of the parts that you definitely want to have, right? So to do that, you need to have metal scraps. I'm going to give myself metal scrap. You need 50 for it. You can set what you need. You can set multiple things. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture for that right now. But yeah. So now we should be good to do another hack, because it's about 45 seconds to a minute cooldown in between. So now we look for 2851. There it is. So you completed it. And it says to head to one of the marked locations on your map. So if you open up your map, you'll see one that says VIN scratch, and these do disappear after a few minutes. and then you'll see that there's another one called vehicle drop off. So you can look for it. You can change all these blips. I left that fully open in the config, so you can change it to whatever you want, whatever colors, all that fun stuff. So you just drive there, drop off to, you just press E as you go in. And as for this one, as you drive in, you'll get a notification saying you have arrived at the VIN scratch. Press E to VIN scratch the vehicle. So I press E to VIN scratch the vehicle. It says you dropped it off to get the VIN scratched, and it'll appear in your garage when it's done. So you just walk away, the car will automatically disappear. If you don't walk away and you try and drive the car away, it'll just delete the car anyways. So, yeah. So now that that's done, and we've done the VIN scratch, I'm gonna head on over here just to, you know, show you guys that it actually worked. And it becomes a personal vehicle at that point. Now I'm using Co-Design Garage, but you can literally use anything. So this is the Nero Custom that we did. So we return it and boom, there we go. We now own this car. It is now ours because we scratched the VIN. So boom, that's how that works. And then you can always go and do more if you want at any time. The difficulty for this, as you notice, it was just alphanumeric, right? They were all really easy. I'll show you guys the config here. So if you take a look at the config here, I'll make it a little bit bigger. So if you look at the config, you're able to set for each class how hard everything is. I just had it set to easy real quick for testing purposes and stuff, right? So we go hard. We can go hard for both of those. And just go like that, right? You can change anything you want in here. So you can change the time that they have before the hack fails, so how long they have to actually hack. The difficulty of the hack, and then the lockpick difficulty, tracker chance. So it's not always going to have a tracker. You can set the chance. If it doesn't have a tracker, they can just go straight to VIN scratch or drop off. And then you can set all of the min-max of everything, the PEDs that were there, the police online, how many police have to be online for that type of boost, and everything like that. And then if you want to add more cars, you can add as many cars as you want into here. I know some of these aren't the right, like I know a Banshee isn't an S+, but this was just for testing. So you add all of them, as many as you want in here. You could have 200 cars per class if you really wanted to randomly pick one of those. There's locales for all of the notification, the blips that I was mentioning earlier, all the blips are here and you can change all that. In client, we have our lockpick skill check, so if you want to use your own lockpick resource or a different skill check type system for it, you can just put that in there. And then server side, I left a bunch of stuff open, so you have full customization on how they're going to get paid for the boosting. To check if they have enough money for the VIN scratch, because the VIN scratch costs money and items to be able to do. And then you head over to what they charge for the VIN scratch. So first this checks to make sure they have enough, and the reason I separated is because people might want to use a custom crypto system or something like that, right? So you can fully do this yourself. And then of course whenever you add the vehicle to the garage itself, there's tons of different garage scripts out there, so I wanted to make sure that if you guys have different garage ones and you need to fill different fields a different way, you can always come in here and edit these. So yeah, that's gonna be 710 boosting. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and we will see you next time.